Hi students, we are in chapter 1 and that is food components. This video is for class 7 students. In last class we have discussed up to this table. So in this session we are going to see the continuation from this table as well as we are going to discuss related questions. What are the components which is found in biscuits? So that is flour, sugars, dug fats and oils, and other ingredients also is used in biscuits, that is ammonium bicarbonate and sodium bicarbonate. So ammonium bicarbonate and sodium bicarbonate, these both are used for baking purpose, and flour, sugars, dug fats and oils are used to make mixture of biscuit. What components are most common in your list? So now we are going to discuss the components which are common in our food list. Number 1, proteins. Number 2, fats. Number 3, minerals. Number 4, carbohydrates. And number 5, vitamins. So in our food list, these things are common. Proteins. Let's discuss about proteins. These are required by the muscles, blood, skin, hair, nails, etc. So proteins are required for muscles, blood, skin, hair, nails and etc. The proteins are obtained from plant sources as well as animal sources. So proteins we can get from plants as well as animals. Lean meat, fish, eggs, cheese are main source of animal protein. So from animal protein we will be getting lean meat, fish, eggs, cheese are the proteins which we will be getting from animals. The proteins present in the milk and eggs that contain all the amino acids which is required by the body. So proteins which are present in milk and eggs that also contains amino acids which is very required by the body. This valuable source of energy for kids. For kids, these proteins are very valuable source to get energy. Next, carbohydrates. These provide energy. Carbohydrates provide energy to the body tissues. These are obtained mainly from plant sources such as wheat, rice, maize, potato, peas, beans and fruits. So these carbohydrates are mainly obtained from plant sources such as wheat, rice, maize, potato, peas, beans and fruits. Out of these 7, wheat, rice and maize, these 3 are main cereal crops which is rich in carbohydrates. They have a large quantity of starch. So wheat, rice and maize has high large quantity of starch. Next one, fats. Vitamins are absorbed, stored and transported by the fats. So vitamins which is absorbed, stored and transported by the fats. They moisturize the skin and supply energy to different parts of the body. So fats moisturize the skin and supply energy to the different parts of the body. Let's take an example. In winter season, most of us will be suffering from dry skin due to coldness of the temperature. At the time, what we will use some moisturizers. So the fats which are in our body that makes our skin normal, means it makes fats makes our skin moisturize, so that fats are very important for our skin. All the cooking oils, milk, eggs, which is supply fat to our body, so these things will be supplying fat to our body. Number 4, vitamins. These are responsible for growth and maintenance of our body. So vitamins are very responsible for growth and maintenance. The essential vitamins, which is include A, C, D, E, K and B complex, those are very essential vitamins for our body. Vitamin D and K are made by our bodies. So vitamin D and vitamin K, that is made up by our bodies. All the other vitamins which is provided by the food we eat, and other vitamins that is provided to our body due to eating of food. Last one, minerals. The metals, non-metals and their salts are mined from the soil. Minerals is nothing but the metals, non-metals and their salts which are mined, means taken from the soil. These are known as minerals. The most important minerals required by our body are iron, phosphorus, iodine and calcium. So these 4 things are the important minerals which is required by our body. Do you find any vitamins and minerals in them? What are they? Do you find any vitamins and minerals in biscuits? If you find, what are they? Vitamin B6, vitamin B12, folic acid, vitamin C and prebiotic fiber. What are the essential components of the food? So what are the essential components of food? Our food consists of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. So essential components of our food is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Besides this, water and fibers also present. So beside of these 5, we have another 2, that is water and fiber. The component present in food substances can be tested easily through simple experiments. So we can find what are the components is present in food substance that we are eating daily. That can be tested by doing some simple experiments. For doing that experiments, first we need to discuss, let us do 3. In this, we will be discussing about confirmation of presence of food components. Firstly, you need to collect different types of food materials like milk, potato, bit of oil or ghee. Test them according to the instructions given below. You need to test by following instructions which is given below. For this, you will need test tubes, stand, plate and a dropper. You would also need some chemicals as given in each section of testing. So for doing this experiment 1, we need all those apparatus. In this experiment 1, we are performing test for starch. In this, in which food material has starch? Let's observe. Before discussing about test for starch, we need to prepare dilute iodine solution. We need to take test tube or a cup and add few drops of iodine solution. So we need to take a test tube or a cup and we need to add few drops of iodine solution to it. Then dilute it with water till it becomes light yellow or brown in color. So iodine solution will be in dark brown or dark yellow. So you need to dilute it with water, then it becomes light yellow or light brown. Procedure. Take a sample of food item in the test tube. You need to take a sample of food item in a test tube. Add few drops of dilute iodine solution on the sample you have collected. Observe the change in color what you find. Observation. Substance that turns dark blue or black, it contains starch. If any food material that is converting means that is changing its color into dark blue or black after adding few drops of dilute iodine solution. If you observe in this, let's divide this into two. This is 1 and this is 2. So if you take in first picture I have taken apple piece, in second picture I have taken potato. On apple piece I added few drops of iodine solution. So it didn't turn its color, and I poured few drops of dilute iodine solution in picture number 2 on potato piece. If you observe, there is a change in color. Experiment 2. In this experiment 2, we are going to perform a test for finding fats. For this, we need to take a small quantity of each sample. Each sample in the sense food sample. Rub it gently on a piece of paper. If the paper turns translucent, the substance contains fat. So if that paper turns translucent after rubbing it gently, then that substance has fats in it. So if you observe the word translucent, you can find this word in your 6th class in light lesson. What is meant by translucent? The material which allows light to pass but not completely is known as translucent. So we have transparent, translucent and opaque. So transparent means the material which allows light to pass completely through it is known as transparent. For that you can take example as window mirror, polythene cover, etc. And translucent means a material which allows light to pass but not completely through it is known as translucent. You can take example as oil paper, butter paper, etc. And opaque, a material which blocks or stop light to pass through it, then it is known as opaque. Recall your past experience when you have eaten vada or any other food items on a paper plate. You might have noticed paper plate turning translucent. So you can observe the paper plate or paper which we ate vada that turns into translucent. What change did you observe in the paper plate and why? So what change they have observed in the paper plate, and if we observe anything, why we observe? When oil, grease or fat comes in contact with paper, the tiny droplets of it fill all the little gaps between the fibers of the paper. Here if you observe, oil, grease or fats which is coming in contact with paper. The tiny droplets of oil or grease or fats that will be filling all the little gaps which is present in fibers of the paper, so that you will be observing that change, means you will be observing that paper plate turns into translucent. It has to pass from air through the grease, so it should pass from air through the grease. Light does not have to pass from paper back to the eye. So light doesn't pass back to the eye from paper. The paper is transparent, or to be more technically correct, that is translucent. So you can observe this picture. Let's divide it into two parts. So I am dividing into two. This is first part, this is second part. So in first part, if you observe, it is in white color, so nothing is applied on it. If you observe in second part, you can observe the change from first part to second part. The translucent paper will be like this. Experiment 3. In this experiment 3, we are going to observe test for finding proteins. Before discussing about test for proteins, we need to prepare 2% of copper sulfate solution, 10% sodium hydroxide solution. To make 2% copper sulfate solution, we need to dissolve 2 grams of copper sulfate in 100 ml of water. For preparing 2% of copper sulfate solution, we need to dissolve 2 grams of copper sulfate in 100 ml of water. And for making 10% of sodium hydroxide solution, dissolve 10 grams of sodium hydroxide in 100 ml of water. For preparing 10% of sodium hydroxide solution, we need to dissolve 10 grams of sodium hydroxide in 100 ml of water. If that substance you wish to test in solid, grind it into powder or paste. So if the substance which you are testing, if it is in solid, then you need to grind it and you need to make it into powder or paste. Add a little of it in the test tube and add 10 drops of water to the powder and stir well. So after preparing the solid substance into powder or paste, you need to add that substance to the test tube and you need to add 10 drops of water and mix it very well. Add 10 drops of this solution in a clean test tube and add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution to the test tube and shake well. Change of color to violet or purple, that confirms the presence of protein. If that solution changes its color to violet or purple, then that substance, that food substance, has protein in it. The above test that shows the presence of the components of food which are usually present in larger amount as compared to others. All types of food that we eat contains all the above mentioned food components. So we mentioned about proteins, we mentioned about carbohydrates, we mentioned about fats, we mentioned about vitamins, and we also mentioned about minerals. So the food which we are eating and all type of foods which are present that has the food components which we discussed above. The quantity of each component varies from type to type. So the quantity of each component that will be changing from type to type. In our next video, we are going to discuss about testing of food items. So in our next video, we are going to observe testing of food items. I hope everyone understood. Thank you.